So, should we cheers?
Yeah.
Post-performance.
Oh,
We have to cheers with our tea.
like
With my pure leaf. Oh wait, I have to drink it.
Okay. So,
That was so cute.
I am Sarah Beth Overcash, and this is the Roadtrip recital series. This segment is called Post-Performance Tea Time. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm here with the two guest artists that I just performed with. We just finished the Khachaturian Piano Trio. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Should I go first or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, my name is Amber Jinmi Scherer. I use she, her pronouns, and I just graduated from Oberlin this year. And I studied piano performance and psychology.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm Emily Hancock. I also use she, her, hers, and I also just graduated from Oberlin, and I studied clarinet performance.
So should we talk about, I'm looking at this, Chicago rehearsals, pianoforte, DiGiorno.
DiGiorno.
It's like, well, so we started this in, what was it, late April, or was it in May?
Honestly,
Yeah, we were actually a pre-formed group before this project. So we are their last semester, both of their last semesters of Oberlin, and my spring semester of my junior year, we got together as a trio, and first we did the Soir, or the Soldier's Tale, and then later on in April, we did Khachaturian.
it might have been May though, because I feel like we only worked.
I think it was I think we only had two coachings on this, and one of them was only on one movement, and then the other one was
kind of on two.
Kind of like we never had a full run through.
When we ran through, I can't remember which movement it was. Was it the second movement? Our coach, David Bolin, he just said, "You finished." I thought it was like actually really good. But then when I heard that, I was like, "Oh."
I was like, wait, no, the like middle rhythm part, the two part though, that I think was interesting.
We worked really hard on the second movement when we were rehearsing for this recording.
Second movement, there's consistent triplets in the piano, but it's broken up in like a very asymmetrical way, and like the pianist has to accent notes at like kind of random parts of the bar, and it just throws like the whole pulse off. And
the violin has quarter triplets, or quarter to half. It
has like a very like swingy, like jazz feeling.
But if you swing too much, then you're off. You have to keep going.
Yeah, but we got it. The last time we did it, I was like, "Oh,
we did it."
We held together.
Yay.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was like a roller coaster.
Yeah, I don't know which one of the movements is your guys' favorite.
I feel like Emily's is the third movement, because the first time we worked on it, like when we were reading it, you're like, let's go to the third movement. That's the fun one.
I think my favorite one is the first movement though, because it's so fun and flexible, and it's like very virtuosic for both of us, I feel. And the piano, not as much, but it's still so fun.
I have my like
the painful slow movement.
Yeah. I always feel so like, I don't know. I always feel so fancy whenever I do that scale, because it's just like across the whole keyboard. It's just fun.
But yeah, I like the third movement too. I think that one's like, I feel like Amber, you said this, it's like the party movement.
Yeah. I guess I also like the first movement the most. It's very thoughtful. I feel like it's very beautiful and like kind of plaintive. And I wonder how long it's going to take before people take like full courses in like the psychology of meme culture or something.
Memeology.
I think sorry, to bring us back to Khachaturian and the trio, I think my favorite movement is either the second or third movement. Even though the second movement is like has a lot of different sections, I kind of like that. And I like the playfulness of it, and it's like very folksy and fast moving.
Yeah. The second movement especially I feel like is really fun. Like just physically. Like I don't know. There's like a physically very different way that like classical pianists and then jazz pianists or like pop pianists would hit the keys. But in some of like the progressions, I would definitely have a feel, not so much jazz, but like pop, where I was kind of just throwing and just kind of going with like the harmony or like the vibe or like the physical sensation more than like if I was playing in a more classical style where it's very linear and phrase based and all this stuff. It's just, it has a lot more of like a casual feeling to it, which I feel like might be part of why this piece isn't that popular. I feel like a lot of classical musicians are still a bit like they turn their noses up a little bit at pieces that are just purely fun, which I don't know. I like playing pieces that are just purely fun because why not?
And we definitely had fun with it. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
With the vibrato and everything. I think the second movement was the one where I added vibrato, right? Yeah.
I think it was both. I think it was both the second and the third.
I remember one of the takes we did, I didn't go as hard with the vibrato, so we'll have to see which one we chose.
I think the last one I heard some like really serious vibrato, and then I remember thinking to myself, I was like, okay, I have to play like really into it because I want to make this like the take. Emily's going for it.
I think we all had that feeling of like, oh, this is for fun. Like, this is for us. Like, we're just having fun performing this piece. We can do whatever we want. So I was kind of just like, you know what, vibrato. I'm gonna try it, see what happens.
Yeah,
I love it.
That was the fun thing about this project was it was us. It was a student organized project that we put together, and so it was kind of like we had free reins of the piece, and that part was kind of fun.
Yeah. I like doing stuff, not all the time, but sometimes without like mentors or teachers. So I feel like a lot of times if you have someone to take things to, you might be more like mentally lazy, be like, oh, I can just ask them instead of having to decide, which is so harder.
Yeah.
Or they'll give you different ideas, which is valuable also, but it's cool to like let people explore on their own.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we've talked so much about the second movement because it's like has like the most in it, I feel.
I kind of feel like the first movement for me, it's like the most classically or like traditionally written, which I have like this suspicion that's why I like it the most, because it's like familiar to me. Like it has this chord like ostinato motif in the piano that comes back, and then it has these, I guess the solos are very klezmer-y and really free, but something about the structure of it I thought I understood a lot faster. I don't know. I wish that classical musicians, we were taught these different styles before, because I know nothing about like klezmer music or jazz or any of the other genres that this piece kind of hinted at. I just like have listened to it and have like a general sense, but my intuition and knowledge is like all very based in like a very structured, like specific style of playing. So I always wish that, I don't know, I really want to take like jazz piano or something, because I feel like it's really important for us to know that kind of stuff, even to help with like classical pieces.
I agree.
I feel like we tried to embrace our spontaneous side a bit with this performance. I mean, obviously everyone can always be a bit more spontaneous in performance, but I think we kind of captured that.
Yeah, for sure. I
haven't listened to it yet, but
that space was actually really cool to record in. I am so happy that Pianoforte allowed us to record there.
Yes.
It was It was it was a lot bigger space than I thought it would be, and apparently some of my friends who I played with in this project had their chamber music recitals there when they were in high school. So it was really cool to see that venue, and also like the lighting and everything was perfect. The way everything was set up was
and
great.
shout out
Didn't
to
have
our
to do
boy
it.
Jeremy, our recording friend,
our recording engineer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time I told Emily and Sarah about this, but I recorded there earlier this summer too with another Oberlin recent alum, and we had the same recording engineer, and he's so sweet. Except he roasted me.
Are we gonna go there?
Wait, when did he roast you?
Because you're gonna get deep dish pizza after.
I never had it.
I didn't remember.
Yeah, Sarah Beth had never had deep dish pizza before, so we were like, we have to go.
And I have lived in Chicago my entire life, and I couldn't remember the name Giordano's, which is like everybody in Chicago knows Giordano's, and I called it DiGiorno's.
You were literally like, oh, well, I saw DiGiorno's across the street, and I was like, is it? Yeah. I guess it's not delivery. And then you were like, oh no, it's dine in, and I was like, wait.
You're like, wait, I'm forgetting something.
I didn't even realize my mistake for like 10 seconds. I was like, wait.
For people who don't know, DiGiorno's is a frozen pizza company.
Yeah. And
they make frozen pizza and other things, I guess. And their slogan is, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. So I was like, when she said dine in, I was like...
And then, so she was like, yeah, let's go to DiGiorno's. And then Jeremy, the recording engineer, just unmuted and was like, it's actually Giordano's.
He's like, as a Chicagoan, I cannot sit by and listen to this.
And we were all like,
I felt so bad.
If you added an A and switched around the letters, there you go.
Yeah, it's actually very similar. It's an honest mistake.
Oh god,
it really is.
That was fun. But he's great. Yeah, it's really nice. They do a lot of this stuff for you, which is, oh no, it's just like, I feel like that space is really nice. That's been one of the things I actually really have liked about playing with a mask, is like sometimes like while I'm playing or during a performance or studio class or something, I would like swear under my mask, and I'm like, no one can hear me, no one can see me, it's fine. And I also started like talking to myself a lot while I was playing, or I would like count, or I would be like, gee, if I was scared of missing a low octave.
Wow, that's like,
well, like there would be a lot going on under there by the end of the school year because I got used to it.
I feel like if I didn't hit a note like while I was practicing or like during recording, I would just be like, but you couldn't see it. You can't see.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to keep a straight face.
I feel like that's the thing about masks, is now you notice facial expressions in people's eyes more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like running through my head. Like there's a section that starts with just piano. It's like bum bum bum.
Yeah,
bum,
I was just
bum,
thinking about
bum,
that part too.
And it like really sounds like a bass is coming in and just like pitsing it. And then like another instrument comes in and like layers, but it's very jazzy.
And it still has that folk tune in it though, so it's like combining the two. Beautiful.
Also, Cloudgate is really cool.
The bean.
We love the bean.
The bean.
No one calls it Cloudgate.
I feel like we needed to like maybe mention a few more things about Khachaturian. This article describes the individual movements as follows. The opening movement, I.Andante con dolore, is essentially a lyrical improvisation based on a slow, mournful melody derived from an Armenian folk song and decorated with arabesque embellishments. And in the second movement, Allegro, stormy episodes alternate with tender dance-like interludes. The finale, or the third movement, Moderato, is a set of 9 variations based on an Uzbek folk melody featuring several intervals.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not notice that they were variations.
Really?
No.
It was like it like built upon itself. It wasn't like I guess it could have been.
They were basically just like repetitions. It wasn't necessarily like a variation of it.
I guess it didn't.
I thought of it more as a layered movement. Like
it sounded more like it was layering than variationing to me.
Yeah, that's how I mean, the one that felt most like a variation was that like the jazzy section that starts with the piano that we were talking about. That one definitely.
Also like our open fifth.
Oh, that
I love that.
Man, that part.
When we first played that, when I was like looking at it before our first rehearsal back in Oberlin, I was like, wonder what Emily has, and I listened to it and I was like,
I remember, but the first time we ran through it, we were like, what?
You guys burst out laughing because you're like, what is the interval?
Because it was really funny.
Yeah. For like classical music or like Baroque based theory, which is pretty much all classical music, open fifths are a big no-no.
Khachaturian was like, no, it sounds cool. I'm going to do this. And it does sound cool.
Which brings us back to your talking point, Amber, how we should learn as classical musicians, we should learn more about different styles of music and not just stick primarily with the Baroque classical vein of music.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
I really am very thankful and I greatly appreciate your work in this project. Thank you so much for doing this. It was a lot of fun. It was amazing to get to play with you guys again. Such an honor.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It was like exactly what we needed, I think.
Yeah, I always have fun playing with both of you, and like the piece was so fun, and it was nice to do something that was like not curricular, not like for school or something.
Yeah,
really cool.
That's exactly how I felt too.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed this tea time.
Yes.
I am all
Happy
done.
tea time.
Happy tea time. Thank you guys for joining us. Join us in our next segment. Bye-bye.
Bye.